Who says that getting a residence permit must be complicated? Even in the Czech Republic, which is generally the most complicated country to get a visa I know of, there are some residence permits which are easy to get. So I will tell you about the 4 easiest residence permit types in the Czech Republic which you can get, and I'll start from number 4 and I will get to number 1, and I will always tell you a bit of information about those. I've done videos about each of the residence permits separately, so if you want to know about some of them more details, just check my videos and you'll find the details there. So let's go. The fourth easiest residence permit to get in the Czech Republic, in my opinion, is a blue card. I'm writing blue in black pen, but hopefully you will not care. Blue card. Of course, there are potentially 3 kind of complicated parts, but compared to all the other types of residence permit, those are simple. So first thing is that you need to find a job which matches the criteria for the blue card, which means at least 1.5 of a Czech national average salary and at least bachelor's degree. But if you find a job like that, then the actual process of getting the employee card is pretty safe for you, because first, you are highly skilled professional because your salary is high enough and you have at least bachelor's degree. And also there is usually an employer which can back you up. They definitely have enough money to help you in the process and to be like a well-established company, because otherwise they would not be able to pay that salary. So blue card is a very safe option if you can find a job willing to sponsor you for the process and willing to give you the blue card. Of course, there might be complications like getting an appointment at some embassy, especially in India, for example. That's a big challenge. But generally, this is the 4th easiest type of residence permit to get. Number 3, some of you might be surprised, student residence permit. Student residence permit generally is pretty simple to get unless you say something you shouldn't. The thing is that for the student residence permit, there is usually an interview at the embassy, and they'll ask you about your motivation, why you chose this school, why you didn't choose another school in a different country, in your home country maybe, why you decided to study in the Czech Republic and specifically this program, what will you do after school. So they will have plenty of questions, and based on your replies, you can get denied or approved, depends. But generally, getting the student visa approved, or student residence permit in this case, is pretty simple. I've seen cases where documents which worked for the student residence permit, for example, for a proof of funds, would never work anywhere else and the visa would be immediately denied. I, for example, seen a student who submitted a bank statement showing 0 crowns. And normally they would just, the ministry would deny the application, and they would not care. But in his case, they sent him a letter and they gave him a time to provide additional documents. And what he provided was basically a promise from someone, employer of his mom, that they will support him as much as he needs. And that was enough for the ministry. I cannot imagine how that happened. It would not happen for any other type of visa, but it worked out for this student residence permit application. So student, definitely one of the easiest residence permits to get in the Czech Republic. Number 2, can you guess? Family reunification. Family reunification. That's generally, if both of you or more of you are non-EU citizens, if you're a family and you're moving here and all of you are non-EU citizens, then this is the easiest residence permit to get, because you can only apply for a residence permit under the family reunification if one of you is already living here, or if they are applying for a blue card. That's the only exception where you can apply all together for blue card and a residence permit at the same time. But In general, you can only apply for family reunification permit, residence permit, if the main applicant has been here for long enough. Long enough means different things for different types of visas and residence permits. So generally for any type of visa, student visa or like a researcher visa or any other type of visa or residence permit, the main applicant would need to be here for at least 15 months for family members to qualify for the family reunification residence permit. They can always apply for a visa, but for the residence permit, 15 months. For example, for employee card holders, this is only 6 months. And for blue card holders, you can all apply at the same time, or for blue card applicants. So if you are all non-EU citizens and one of you is already living here and you just want to bring family, then the Czech Republic kind of respects that. And approving family reunification visa is like the simplest thing you can get. That's what we like in Move to Prague, because it's an easy process. Of course, you need to be careful. You need to provide all the documents. They need to be correctly translated, apostilled, super legalized. You need to be prepared for the process, and you need to do some things after the process, take some steps after the process, and you need to be careful anyway. So it's not like you will get the visa like for sure with no problems at all. But from all the options there are, this is the second easiest to get it, in my opinion. And number one is let's do it like this. So that's a temporary residence permit for family members of EU citizens. If you're a couple, or not if you're a couple, then it's still easy, but I would not say the easiest. But if you're a married couple, or if your child, or if you're a child and your parent is an EU citizen, so if you're a family and one of you is an EU citizen, then the rest of the family can get temporary residence permit as a family member of an EU citizen, and that's the simplest one to get. Again, it has some rules, where to apply, how to apply, when to apply, what documents you need to have, apostilles, translations, all that. So it's not like everyone can do it easily. That's why we exist, because it's not that easy. But from all the options there are, this is the easiest residence permit to get. Temporary residence permit for family members of EU citizens, because everything related to EU citizens is pretty simple. So if you're someone related to an EU citizen, the residence permit process for you will be relatively simple. So hopefully, guys, let me know in the comments if you agree with this, or if you have a different order. Or of course, if you have any questions, as always, I'll be happy to answer those. Please consider joining the community. I don't think I'm monetized right now, so maybe wait with that for 2-3 weeks, because I need to sort out some issue with whatever. And yeah, and of course, as I mentioned, I shot videos about all the different options. So if you're interested in any of these topics in details, I will share the links somewhere, probably in the description of the video, or just somewhere, maybe here, there, during the video, so you can click on it and you can watch it. So thank you very much for joining, guys, and see you again Thursday and Monday and Thursday and Monday until the end of the world. Good night. One person watching, thank you very much, and see you. Good night.